What's up, guys? It is John Muscarello from Side Hustle Experiment. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm a six-figure e-commerce seller. I sell mostly used books and media on Amazon and eBay. For now, I'm getting very heavily into online arbitrage, and in this channel we talk all about reselling on Amazon and eBay. So if you're into that and want to make extra money, definitely subscribe, because that is what we talk about here, and it would mean a lot to me. In today's video, I'm going to do kind of a catch-up video. I know I used to do these more often, and people do ask like what I've been up to. I've been posting a lot lately on YouTube. Just been really busy with everything going on with the book business, online arbitrage, eBay, all that stuff, social. So in today's video, I'm going to catch you up with that. I'm going to talk about mostly online arbitrage, how I've been able to get a little better on it, some tips for you guys, definitely getting a little more confident. I think that account could possibly do 10K in sales at about 30 to 40% margin, which is insane, just because I've only really been focusing on it for about 2 months, but I am buying a lot of higher ticket stuff, so it is a little different. So let's get into it. So basically, a lot of so recently, if you're new to the channel, I have a warehouse. I've been doing bulk books out of it. Amazon's restock limits hit, so I'm pivoting into online arbitrage. It has definitely been a struggle. Not really a struggle, it's just a big learning curve. You know, when you know one thing really well, to go into another thing is always challenging. Even though it's on Amazon, it's just very different. So online arbitrage has been going well so far. I think last month I did almost 4,000 on that account. I'm hoping to do 10K on this account. I definitely have enough inventory to do so. It will just really depend, especially how much I send in and how much stuff gets checked in. So one of the biggest differences that has come is letting go of books a little more. You know, I've really put a lot of focus on online arbitrage. So looking every single day, that has been one of the keys for me. You know, running searches at night or when I first get to work, and then looking at them right away. It has been kind of a stress reliever for me as well, because one of the most important things for me right now is mastering online arbitrage and getting that account like probably like 20-30K a month as quick as possible, to kind of pivot away from books and eBay. So not having to go through the day being like, oh, I gotta find this stuff to buy, like, it's already done. Like, it makes me able to focus on the book side of things and not really have to worry about, you know, I already did what I had to do. So that's been super helpful. The most helpful thing has been actually a YouTube subscriber, shout out to Juan, has been helping me a lot. He offered to help me for free. Just a really nice guy. He made a couple videos for me, and he just walked me through what he did. And one of the most beneficial things he did for me was see, this is another thing that is important if you're trying to learn something. So I put in like 3 or 4 hours of work to find about like 20 leads. And basically I was like, I want to know if these are like decent leads. Is this stuff you would buy? So I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm going to send them to him and ask him if he could review them. And in return, I'm like, you could buy the leads. Like, like I'll buy them as well, but like, I just want to know more. Do I know what I'm doing? And I sent him, he's like, yeah, I'll review them. Like, sure, no problem. So he reviews them, and shout out to him. He made a whole video. It's like 45 minutes long, basically how he would go through the leads if he got these leads. And I would say, I think, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 of them out of the 20 were good. But just watching him go through the search and finding things, reviewing keep it charts, why this might be a good buy, why it might be a bad buy. I did miss some stuff. So it was just super helpful. That has been probably one of the most helpful things that I've come across. So there are definitely people out there to help, and just watching other people, how they search, what tools they're using. Not that tools are like super important, but you know, it's just the little things, like even how he basically, I sent him a Google Doc, and he was saying, like, if this was my Google Doc, you know, I'd open 3 leads at a time, put the Amazon screen on top, the actual source on the bottom, and this allows you to more quick compare if it's the same exact product. You know, are the ounces the same? Is the box look the same? It's much easier to do that than on just one screen. So he opened all 3 at once and just compare and contrast. He showed me how to use cash back sites, ways to find refunds, or not refunds, extra coupons or percentages off. Just really, really helpful stuff. I learned a ton from doing that. So that has been really beneficial. I've also joined a lead list, another one that has, I don't know, it's been all right. I wouldn't say it's been great, but it definitely shows you some other sites that people are searching that I have never heard of before. So that's been helpful. And yeah, I would say just searching, like I said before, searching every day. You know, you start to see patterns and trends, and you get a little quicker every day. I've been doing just a lot of searches as much as possible, just to like really speed up this process. And the more you get involved in it, the easier it becomes to get better at it. One of the biggest issues I'm having right now is obviously the book business. It's really hard to do 2 or 3 businesses really well. I do consider them almost different businesses, because obviously, even though I'm selling on Amazon, it's much different to do online arbitrage. It's not like, yeah, like it kind of coincides, but not really. They're 2 very different pieces. eBay is just a whole nother piece. And then, yeah, there's social media, YouTube and stuff like that, which I enjoy. So yeah, it's just a lot to balance. And I'm gonna have to be making some decisions coming up. You know, my warehouse lease is going to be up in February. I'm probably most likely going to renew it. I'm pretty friendly with the landlord, and I have some ideas if I no longer want it, but I definitely am thinking online arbitrage is what I want to be doing, just because it's just more scalable for me. I think I'd rather just be placing orders and not necessarily going through books. I see books, I mean, books are great. Books, for me, I think was something I really wanted to do. You know, I wanted to scale it up. I wanted to make it bigger, increase sales, and I was really banking on doing that through Amazon FBA and not merchant fulfilled. Just with the environment, I mean, it's going to get better. There are, you know, I'm not trying to find the right word here. You know, ways to take advantage of the solution. I'm sure people get product much cheaper now, that not as many people are buying Gaylords of books. But for me, I mean, I almost really like the eBay aspect of it much better than I do Amazon. But it's just so much work. Like when I'm doing Amazon and eBay, and that is Buster. He came to work for me today. It's just so much work. When I'm doing eBay, right, it could, you know, take photos, store the item, ship the item. You know, on average, we're finding like maybe, I don't know, $2,000 to $3,000 worth of stuff to list per batch. But, you know, it's gonna take us, it takes me and the helper almost like 10 hours to do that. And I could easily find $1,000, $2,000 probably a lot quicker doing online arbitrage. So, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Again, it's very hard to make this pivot, you know, not necessarily knowing a ton about OA, but I feel like I know enough. I'm definitely super grateful to be in the position I am. I don't want it to seem that like I'm ungrateful or like the book business it's not what I want. It's just things have changed, and I think that's a really important lesson. You know, things change, and for me, I am not super into the books anymore. Like, I am very excited about online arbitrage, and I don't think it's just like a shiny new object. It's just something I think that fits me more of what I want to do. It will give me more time to do other things. You know, you could source a lot more at one time, and you know, I'm just not that into the books anymore. Like, I think the warehouse was a great move. You know, I learned a lot, was able to, you know, figure out how to find a warehouse, get a lease done, like all that stuff, buy equipment, like all that stuff is a great thing to learn and will definitely benefit me in the future. But you know, if you're really not into something, that is going to become a huge problem in your business. Just knowing that, you know, when people are reaching out to me now and saying, oh, like, we have books, can you do a free pickup? But I'm saying no now. You know, someone who's really into books is going to be doing those free pickups, and you know what? Like, I'm going to be missing out on that, and that is going to be good for my business. Like, you just really can't maintain a business. Like, I am learning that kind of the hard way, because that is kind of was the original thesis / goal. Just maintain the book business, and as you learn online arbitrage, and then fully transfer to OA if that's the way you want to go, and if you like it. And that seems to be the way I want to go. And yeah, just like maintaining a somewhat big business is extremely hard. You know, it also is, you know, do you hire help? Like, do you want to train people if you're not even thinking about doing this anymore? There's just so much that goes into it, and so much to think about. And I kind of went the route that I don't want to do that. I'd rather just stick it out right now, really push myself on the OA side of things, and yeah, just really build that up and kind of let books go slowly but surely. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, books is still doing well, just not as well, and that's because my focus is on other things. But let me know what you're up to in the comments. I'd love to hear. Or let me know what you're doing. Do you sell books? Do you sell online arbitrage? What do you find the best method of finding products for online arbitrage? I'd love to hear it. If you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, always put them in the comments, and I will definitely get to them and reply to you, and I will see you guys in the next video.